G'day all, Dadovitchnic here in my treehouse base, which I'm still in the process of building. This is a video response to Beastlyminetutors' automatic pumpkin farm, which really is semi-automatic. He operates it by levers. The first lever pushes up pistons underneath all the blocks of dirt which support the pumpkins and seal the pumpkin plants themselves or melon plants themselves against the water. The second lever then retracts the pistons, allowing water to flow out. Now basically this system here just automates that so that a push of a button will do exactly the same thing. Now as you can see, or as you could realise, you need first of all to raise the dirt blocks, then after a delay retract the pistons, which will then allow the water to flow. Now at the end of that time you want the reverse to happen, so you want the water to turn off, then after a delay the dirt blocks to lower, or the pistons to lower the dirt blocks, so that the pumpkin plants don't get washed away, or melon plants don't get washed away. Now this system does exactly that. I've done a bit of testing and mucking about in my test world and basically came up with this design. Now this is very simple. You could use other means to do exactly the same thing. I'll leave that to your imagination. This dispenser timer could be replaced with a NOR latch and probably a crap tin of repeaters, but this seemed to be the most simple means for me. Now this here is an anti-spam device which you can include or not as the case may be. So first of all you push the button, that signal goes through the block here up into the dispenser. Now the dispenser is just full of rotten flesh, which is what I've got here. That operates this pressure plate. Now the pressure plate does two things. Number one, it turns off this torch and turns this line on. This line will remain on until that piece of rotten flesh despawns. As you can see, that retracts this piston and that block, this sticky piston, thereby you can push the button as much as you like, nothing will happen until this turns back on and the block is reinserted in the line. The other one goes up through this pulse limiter, which sends a pulse into two NOR latches. The first NOR latch, with no delay, controls the lower pistons, and the second NOR latch controls the upper pistons. So this line goes on, pulse here, this NOR latch gets turned on, raising the dirt blocks, detaching the pumpkins and sealing the pumpkin plants, or melons, because it's exactly the same thing over the other side. After a delay, the second NOR latch is activated, thereby retracting those pistons up the top and allowing water to flow. At the end of the time, when this despawns, this torch turns back on again, sending a pulse through this line, which simply resets both the NOR latches. First one, after a very short delay. Now that delay is only there so that the pulse coming out of here is long enough to activate and deactivate the NOR latch, because if you don't have it there, I found it doesn't work sometimes. So the first line turns this NOR latch off, thereby putting the pistons back down, shutting the water off. The second one goes through a delay and then turns the and then retracts the pistons holding up the dirt blocks. Okay, so let's see it in action. As you can see, we've got lots and lots of pumpkin plants here. I've only got 10 jack-o'-lanterns in my inventory and a few melon slices from testing that out before. Okay, a little bit of lag here, not too bad. I push the button and as you can see, the block retracts. First NOR latches are activated and here come the pumpkins. Alright, now when I was doing my testing, I found that it took a long time for these pumpkins to actually wash down here, and that's one of the reasons I went for a dispenser timer. which goes for a long time. But as you saw there, that really didn't take that long. So I'm believing more that the repeater line might be viable. Okay, and here come all the pumpkins. Now once this despawns, which we'll simulate by picking it back up, we've got a second line going across, and as we go up here we can see that the dirt blocks have been retracted and the water has stopped flowing and none of the pumpkin plants have been washed away. So that's one way to automate your system. Hope you enjoy the video and hope you can use it. Thank you very much and cheers.